Like on radar right now, we have a little bit of a cold front moving through with the low pressure system right behind. That's why you see that rain kind of swirling around the back upper side of this system. So you have the cold front over here. It's a very weak cold front, and again, we have no active watches or warnings in the area, which is what we like to see. So these are general thunderstorms, but then you got the low pressure system back over here, which is what's causing that rain to kind of wrap up and around. And we'll see that continue to move eastward through the rest of the morning hours, but could last a little bit longer just due to the fact that the low pressure system is kind of right over the area, and that's going to continue to lead to some rain feeding into it as it continues to move eastward. But like I said, it will clear up and we'll see some pockets of sunshine, and these rain chances diminish as the rest of the morning goes on. However, this is what it looks like right now. Taking a look out from Gustavus Adolphus College in St. Peter. Rather cloudy out there. Looks like you can't see a difference from the horizon to the clouds, and the fact that there's no definition, and that means that, well, it's not just raining here, it's raining all the way up to the north and to the south of us. But you can see some lighter clouds in the mix, and that's kind of foreshadowing that break in rain we'll see a little bit later. Now, that being said, temperature-wise, a great start out there as far as temperatures go. We are in the 60s and 70s, so it is a little bit of a warmer start, but not overly humid, at least not yet. Once this rain wraps up, it's going to feel quite gross out there. So here's a quick look at your out-the-door forecast for today. We've got morning showers could become isolated by this afternoon as temperatures rise to a high of 83 degrees. I'll have more details on tonight's storm chances coming up shortly. Jackson, kick off our day. And this is what it looks like right now looking out from Bethany Lutheran College in Mankato, just covered by a current blanket of clouds with some showers anywhere from light to heavy depending on where you are right now. You might still be hearing some rumbles of thunder and things like that, but winds are ultimately light. Temperatures are ultimately comfortable. It's still going to be a great day out there. You might just have to dodge some minor rain chances as the day goes on. Temperature-wise, 60s and 70s for a little bit of a warmer start to the morning compared to yesterday morning. We're seeing as low as about 66 degrees in New Ulm, St. James, Fairmont, Windham, Jackson, Esterville, Algona, as well as in Worthington. 68 degrees here in Mankato, Waseca, Albert Lee, Mason City, as well as up by Redwood Falls and Olivia, with the warmest at 72 degrees currently in Blue Earth. Winds are fairly light. Now, where we do have some of those showers, might see a little bit more elevated wind speeds closer to 15 miles an hour. Elsewhere, on the light side, up to 10 miles an hour. Notice that they are coming from various directions, both from the south and the north, or the east or the west, and that just coincides with that low pressure system kind of sitting right over the area as this line of showers moves through. Here's a look at that satellite radar imagery. Here's your low pressure system. We know it's right there because of this kind of spinning motion that the storms have. Now, that does not mean a tornado or anything like that. That is just what we call the general storm motion, especially when dealing with a pressure system. But ahead of that low pressure system is a line of showers and thunderstorms that's working its way east of I-35, getting closer to the border of Minnesota and Wisconsin, but we're still going to be dealing with some back end showers, mostly just showers at this point, but maybe a rumble of thunder or two. Now tonight, more showers and thunderstorms return after midnight with a low chance of strong to severe storms. Should we see strong to severe storms, it would mainly be for things like large hail and damaging winds possible. So this morning's rain is going to clear up going into the afternoon hours, though a couple isolated showers may remain possible with some pockets of sunshine mixed in. We'll see those clouds return with some showers and thunderstorms developing to the southwest anytime after 1 o'clock tomorrow morning, reaching the Mankato area closer to 3 o'clock. Now, we might see mostly just some light rain here in Mankato, but those along I-90 and or the border of Iowa and Minnesota will likely see more than just rain in the sense of some thunderstorms possible. And that's where we could see some of those severe storms overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. As we go into tomorrow morning, those will kind of fizzle out, becoming more isolated, but again, more on the way. We're looking at a high of 83 degrees today with some morning showers and thunderstorms, afternoon sunshine possible mixed in with that cloud coverage. Tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms return as you saw in the futurecast as we drop to a low of 68 degrees by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, we've got more chances for showers and thunderstorms and a bigger risk as far as more of the area looking at that low risk for strong to severe storms. And again, tomorrow's concern would primarily lie with large hail and or damaging winds possible. So taking a look at the futurecast for tomorrow, we're looking at a quiet start to the day afternoon sunshine, which might appear to be fantastic, but that's only going to fuel those ingredients for that chance of severe weather tomorrow evening, which will move in anytime between 6 and 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, continuing into the late night hours before fizzling out by about midnight going into Saturday morning. All of this is going to leave behind anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch higher totals possible for areas east of I-35. Here's a look at your extended forecast. After the showers and thunderstorms clear out tomorrow, we'll be left with a beautiful seasonal weekend with sunshine and highs in the 70s and 80s. A couple more storm chances mixed in next week as we continue to hold on to those seasonal temperatures. That's a look at your forecast. We'll be back after this. This is what it looks like right now on satellite radar imagery. We have a line of showers and thunderstorms that worked their way across the area now east of I-35. What we're dealing with now are just some scattered showers behind that main line and the low pressure system that's kind of wrapping some of those showers up and around the center of that pressure system. What that means is, well, we're going to be dealing with some scattered showers for a couple more hours as this continues to move eastward, making its way eventually into Wisconsin and northern Illinois. So again, just the first half of the day is when we're looking at these more hefty rain chances, if you will. They are going to become more isolated and very, very, very light going into this afternoon. Now, this is what it looks like looking out at Highway 22 and Madison Avenue in Mankato. You can see that we are just covered by the blanket of clouds. There's some heavier rain off in this area, lighter rain out in this area. We know that by the color scheme of the light to the dark and losing the texture of the clouds. So not raining from these clouds, but raining from these clouds as you start to lose that visual texture of what the clouds look like. That's a tall tale indication that there is rain in the area. You can kind of pinpoint where that rain is if you look at the clouds. Temperature wise, not too bad out there, but keep in mind this morning rain is going to make things a little extra humid compared to what we were feeling yesterday. So it is a little muggy out there with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, low 70s. We're seeing temperatures as low as 66 degrees for a majority of the area to the southwest, 70 here in Mankato, with the warmest sitting at 71 degrees in Glencoe. For those of you that want to hit up Mankato Fun Days today, here's a look at your carnival forecast. You're going to want to wait till this afternoon when those storms become more isolated and temperatures start to rise into the 80s. I'll have more details on those isolated chances coming up shortly. Jackson. Oh, welcome back. Well, we are starting our day off with a blanket of clouds and some showers. Couple of thunderstorms that rolled through the area, but now that's kind of fizzling out, but not entirely, and I'll explain that in just a minute here. We're kind of in a lull, at least here at the station. I don't hear it as hard on the roof as it was a little while ago, but you might want to have that umbrella as you head out the door, at least for these morning hours. This is the current view looking out from Bethany Lutheran College in Mankato. Temperatures on the warmer side, mid to upper 60s, low 70s. The lowest we're seeing is about 66 degrees for a majority of the area to the west and southwest of us. We're at 70 though here in Mankato as well as Glencoe, with the warmest sitting at 71 currently in St. Peter. Winds you're going to notice are coming from various directions, and that's just because we do have a low pressure system working its way through the area. So that's going to cause those winds to come out of pretty much every direction. Now, most of the area up to about 10 miles an hour. However, where we've had some of those showers and thunderstorms, we're seeing elevated winds of anywhere from 10 to about 15 miles an hour. Still nothing too drastic. Here's a look at that satellite radar imagery again right now here in Mankato. We're kind of in a lull, but those showers, as you can see, are wrapping back up behind this system with that low pressure system as they continue to move eastward. That's going to continue to bring anywhere from light to moderate rainfall from time to time through the remainder of the morning hours. Now, most of the storms have come and gone, but we do have a chance for storms returning late tonight into tomorrow morning. And with that being said, we have a low threat for strong to severe storms. Of course, that threat becomes a medium threat the more south you go into central Iowa. That's close enough to here that we are going to keep our eyes on those overnight storms for things like large hail and damaging winds possible. So taking a look at the future cast, you can see that this morning's showers are going to clear out going into this afternoon. We'll see some pockets of sunshine mixed in, but notice how there's still blips of green on here. That kind of indicates that we could still see some isolated sprinkles to a stray shower or two possible with this lingering cloud coverage for this afternoon. Now tonight, cloudy skies return with showers and thunderstorms. As you can see, mostly along southern Minnesota, the border of Minnesota and Iowa. Up here in Mankato, might hear a rumble of thunder or two, but should see just some light to moderate rainfall. Thunderstorms more so along I-90 and south. These are the storms that could produce large hail and damaging winds for portions of the area tonight into tomorrow morning. And we're going to wake up tomorrow morning to some lingering isolated showers before those fizzle out. 83 for the high today with some afternoon sunshine mixed in before showers and thunderstorms return, as you saw in the futurecast tonight. Temperatures dropping to low of 68 degrees. Tomorrow, that threat becomes more widespread for strong to severe storms. Still a low threat, which is what we like to see, but more of the area kind of encompassed in that threat, which is what we don't like to see. However, the good news about tomorrow's severe threat is that it's really just the same as today's as far as what we could see or what our main threats contain, and that is large hail and damaging winds once again. Taking a look at tomorrow's futurecast, you'll see that tomorrow's morning showers will fizzle out, leading to some afternoon sunshine, which seems fantastic, and it will be to get outside in between these rain chances, but just know that that sunshine adds those ingredients to those thunderstorm chances, which will move in anytime after 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, continuing till about midnight before they wrap up, leaving behind some cloudy skies and gradual clearing going into Saturday. All that said and done, we're looking at 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch on average across the area between now and early Sunday morning. Here's a look at your extended forecast showing seasonal temperatures. A great weekend in the works with upper 70s, low 80s, and that will actually continue through next week, with a chance of storms again through the middle of next week possible. That's a look at your forecast. We'll wrap things up when we return.